Hey guys, welcome back. This is Real Estate Geeks. RE Geeks is what we call ourselves. We are going to be talking about AI, what's coming next when it comes to real estate and AI. I've been knocking this thing down one side and down the other. Um, I still don't understand it. Michael Fielden, my dear good friend, my co-host, my good friend, we're going to break it down. When I say we, he's going to break it down. So, Mr. Michael Fielden, how are you, brother?
Good, Greg. Happy Tuesday. Well, I guess you may not be watching this on Tuesday. I'm not supposed to do that, am I? Greg is the master when it comes to presentation and getting this out there, but I'm going to help today with AI and what's coming and what's new and actually what you should consider using today. And Greg, I got some stuff that is going to knock your socks off.
Oh, do tell me. I honestly, I'm really been looking forward to this conversation.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
I love saying that. I wanted to start a little bit differently today, and I wanted to step back to another episode. Do you remember the master prompt?
Vaguely, but walk me through that again,
So
please.
I'm going to walk you through. You're going to love this. The master prompt. And I want to do this because I just finished updating my own master prompt.
Oh.
And it's pretty exciting for me. And this is what I use as a template. And I paste this into the settings in ChatGPT so that I can go through and I'm trying to make this a little bigger and go through and have these things loaded in most of the time. So let's see.
So
there we go.
When it comes to a master prompt, just for the layman's, me, aka me, what does that actually mean? Like, do you use this on every single thing you use, or is this?
I don't use it on every single thing, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. But I put pieces of this in there, and sometimes I leave it in all the time. Sometimes I change it. But what I'm trying to do is make sure that ChatGPT, AI in general, knows who I am and how I want it to present results. Because almost everything that I put into generative AI, so Claude, Google Gemini, ChatGPT, I get responses that I use somewhere. Maybe I use them as blog posts. Maybe I use them to help with this article. Maybe I use them to write a letter to a client. Okay. All of those things, I need to give it some context so that it understands who I am, what I do, and it knows how to present back to you. So, I start this out pretty generic. And I'm telling ChatGPT. And what I've sometimes done, and you'll love this, Greg, is I start this off with Dear ChatGPT.
I do the same thing.
I can't type today. Okay. And then I go through this and I say, you are a highly intelligent, efficient, and creative AI assistant working exclusively for me. Okay. So don't do this for anybody else. I'm a technology leader, a real estate professional, an AI strategist. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a trainer, educator, and I'm a creative director with over 30 years of experience. So obviously I've got some knowledge, but I think the important part is I've told ChatGPT that it is a highly intelligent, and I can go so far as to say you are an expert in there, highly intelligent, efficient, and creative AI assistant. Okay, this gives it some context of who it is. Okay, who I am. I'm the founder of Support Geeks, Sales and Marketing.ai, Intero Real Estate Services, J. Rockcliffe Realtors. I'm also part of this RE Geeks website and podcast. And here's what I specialize in. Okay, so as I'm doing this, Greg, when you think about this, these are the things that I put in so it knows what I'm good at.
What's SaaS?
Software as a service.
Software as a service. Okay.
So that's pretty much everything these days. But all the CRM and stuff that we get out there is now software as a service. Instead of buying Outlook, you can use Outlook online. Okay.
Really?
Do your databases. Yeah. A lot of people do.
I did not know that, honestly.
Okay. Then I go down to general instructions. Always tailor your response to Michael's needs. Do not waste time with generic responses. He moves fast and values practical, intelligent, and well-organized content. Okay, I have written this in the third person for a very specific reason. I'm telling ChatGPT who I am, and I don't want to be using a lot of I's. Okay, what's the tone? Never robotic, friendly, professional, confident. Style, clear, intelligent brevity. Okay. Avoid the M dashes. These are the long dashes. Use commas, colons, or parentheses instead. I don't use M dashes in the normal typing that I do, and I don't want people to think I do when they see stuff that I've taken from chat. On the Mac, it's actually a pretty complex keystroke, and I just don't do it. I use a hyphen, I use a comma, I use standard stuff. Assume deep subject matter, knowledge in real estate, tech, artificial intelligence, creative work, and content. Okay. What's the format of the response, Greg? How do I want to get this? Provide clear formatting. Use bullet points. Give me headings. Tell me what your emphasis is as we go through this. Be direct and actionable. Minimize files or disclaimers. Minimize filler or disclaimers. Okay. Again, I go to voice, very similar to tone, but I want to stress human-like, capable, no ums and ahs. Not that AI would do that anyway, but I don't want those pauses or those weird gaps. Context awareness. Reference prior conversations that we've had. Active projects when available. Those should be put in there. Okay. What are my goals? You're going to love this one, Greg. Make me look smarter. Make me work faster. And scale my output with less effort. Okay, I'm trying to get more out of the minutes that I have in every day. Help me stay ahead of trends, create content quickly, improve workflows, okay, and provide intelligent responses across business, creative, and strategic projects. I also have said, help me stay ahead of trends. Okay, this is important. I want to be a leader, create content quickly, improve workflows, provide intelligent responses. I repeat this because I want to put emphasis there. I also want to remember this when I go through my own prompts. Okay. Or task categories. Now I've identified, here are some things that you could do in real estate. Okay. Write compelling listing descriptions, buyer and seller email campaigns, CMAs, call scripts, open house promos. Greg, the call scripts is for you.
Yeah.
I don't make calls, but I do share call scripts with other agents. Okay. When it comes down to what you should be doing, do what we say, not what I do. Okay. And if you want, you can look for Greg McDaniel on YouTube. He's done hundreds of thousands, if not millions of cold calls.
Millions.
And recorded some of them. And it's funny. He's never gotten me, but okay. Buyer tours, market trends. And yes, I'm going into a lot of detail because I want it to know what I do. I want it to be aware of what we're doing for business and marketing. I want it to be prepared to write LinkedIn posts, thought leadership articles, newsletter content, all of these things. And I've added the bolds, and I want you to do that in your master prompt as well, because I want you to feel like you're putting emphasis on these things, because that's the way AI is going to read it. Okay. I did all the business and marketing stuff, a lot of bullets. And yes, there is some duplication here, and that's okay. Put the stuff in as you feel it. Do avoid counteracting one thing with the other. So if you're saying, create social ad copy, don't say don't create social ad copy later. Okay, those are important things. AI tech and operations, workflow scripts, prompt engineering, SLAs, NDAs, okay, podcast and vlog content. Okay. You'll
Is
notice
this
that
just one prompt?
this is one master prompt.
Holy crap.
Okay. Creative and photography. Okay. I've got that stuff in there. Brand messaging, Craigslist ads, outreach emails. Okay. I want AI to be prepared for me. Build
What?
project proposals, photo exhibitions, launch events. I do all of this stuff. Now I talk about training, and I haven't finished this one yet. I've got to highlight some of this and make it bold, but you've got visual and image assets. Okay.
What the
All of that is in there as well. And yes, this is a ton of work. Okay. It is a ton of work, but it's relatively easy to do. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So we keep going down.
Put this into a live fire scenario.
Okay, so what I want you to be able to do with that master prompt is
Good
when
God.
you go into
First off, where do you store this, and how do you access this?
So I keep this in Google Docs as a base because I'm always wanting to have access to it because it's a living document for me.
Nice.
And now when I go into ChatGPT and I go to settings, okay, you've got some settings over here. You have the option under personalization to put in custom instructions. Okay, you can put what traits and all of this stuff in here, and you can use that as part of your master prompt.
Oh, that is fascinating. So just basically they can go to what site to grab this so that people can copy and paste it in there, or should they write their own?
Well, I'm going to tell you to do it a little bit differently. Okay. What I'm going to tell you to do is if you've been using ChatGPT for a while, it has learned from you. You could start off with help me write a great master prompt, and it's going to go through and it's going to help you create a foundation. Go in and tweak it. It's not going to be perfect.
Dude, go hit that button. Let's see what it comes up with.
Actually, don't want to do that for you yet. I want to talk about something else that you can be using. And this is a little bit tougher, okay? Because it requires you to think through what you're trying to do every time. Okay, so I'm going to share this tab, and this is the prompt generator prompt.
Wait. Back me up here.
I want you to stop on the complex things you're doing. I want you to stop putting in one-line prompts. Okay. Now this is a prompt to help you create a prompt. All right.
Okay. Walk me through that. So it'll do it for you?
Sort of. Let me keep going here.
Okay. I'm trying to understand that.
So before we look at this, I'm going to give you a little bit more. The actual prompt is going to be down here at the bottom. This is what your prompt looks like. Dear ChatGPT, I want you to become my dedicated prompt creator. Your goal is to help me create the best possible prompt for my needs. The prompts will be used by you, ChatGPT. Okay, you will follow the following process. Your first response will be to ask me what the prompt should be about. I will provide my answer, but we will need to improve it through continuous iterations by going through the following steps. Based on my input, you will generate 3 sections. Revise the prompt. Provide the rewritten prompt. It should be clear, concise, and easily understood by you. Okay, so you're going to paste this into ChatGPT. Okay, suggestions. Provide suggestions on what details to include and ask questions and ask any relevant questions about additional information. We will continue this process with me providing additional information and updating the prompt until it is complete. Remember, a good prompt involves assigning a role. This is a note for you, a role to the AI. You are an expert in, specialist in, providing as much important context as possible, having a clear and precise goal, and optionally included. So maybe what you really wanted to start off with is down here at the bottom. Tell me the history of AI from its first appearance to today. Okay. So you plug in that, and now what you get is a prompt that says, you answer the questions. Dear ChatGPT, you are now a humorous and conversational blogger specializing in artificial intelligence. Your bold challenge is to write a detailed, engaging, and extremely long blog post about the history and workings of ChatGPT. Pay close attention to describing the learning process. I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but Greg, you can paste this right in there, and this prompt is going to be magic.
So
now,
can we play with this a little bit?
Yeah.
Can we try it?
Let's play with it. I'm going to copy this out. We're going to scroll down here.
I'm honestly seriously curious about this.
Okay. Dear ChatGPT, you are now a professional real estate agent who is a leader at cold calling and appointment generating tasks,
specializing
in multi-line dialers.
Why this is so fascinating is that you can create whatever narrative you want,
anything you want.
It will generate it for you.
And conversational techniques.
I can't wait, guys and gals. I cannot wait to see what this is going to come up
Your
with.
bold challenge is to write a detailed, engaging, and let's do extremely long post about
history.
How to make 100,000 cold calls a year.
That's it.
And 20 connections. Let's do 200 connections. Yeah, that's it. Let's be realistic.
200, yeah.
Pay close attention to describing the learning process in detail. Okay, we probably don't need that, but pay close attention to describing the communication.
Do you see how the dedication, what Michael's doing right now, guys and gals?
To make your blog as rich and informative as possible.
He's thinking through the whole process and the verbiage.
Okay, to make your blog as rich and informative as possible, you're tasked with researching and using reliable internet resources, including interviews and statements from researchers and developers involved in communications and sales. Explore all possible applications of ChatGPT. Let's do multi-line dialers to give your audience a comprehensive understanding of the potential. I have no idea what this is.
Out of pure curiosity, is the verbiage extremely important? I'm assuming.
Nope.
Nope. Not at all.
Use the words. Hang on. Dynamic. I want to get this running because it's going to be a second. Tone.
We have dynamic twice.
Yeah. Right in a.
So
dynamic.
If you guys are wondering how to do this, just think about talking to like a toddler and just really spelling it out exactly what you want to have done. Like, eat your breakfast, don't poop in your pants. I like this. I like this color. I want to wear these pants. It's very simplistic, but yet very complex at the exact same time, because you might think it, but the system doesn't know it yet until you tell it. And that's the difference. And then when Michael hits the copy and paste, and then we're going to use his prompt, which he's going to do right now, you're going to see what this thing produces. And it takes you, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. So sit down, have a lunch, create a prompt, which Michael's going to copy and paste right now. That he's doing it as we speak. Now we get to see what happens, and it goes to work.
Okay, so the first thing it does, Greg, is it gives me a title, $100,000 cold call blueprint. So it took $100,000 and said that's good. In California, that wouldn't be enough to survive, but how to make 100,000 dials and spark 200 real connections a year using multi-line dialers and human-centric conversation.
Huh.
Okay, so we asked it to write us a very long thing. So
chapter 1,
the mechanics.
Okay,
Okay, so this is important, Greg, and I know you've talked about this in our training, but let's do some math. If you want to hit 100,000 calls per year, 400 calls a day, 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, you're going to tell me that's not very much.
I would say that 100%, but for the folks that are not kind of, they haven't done a lot of calls, that's a lot of calling. So Mojo, what's call tools?
Call tools is a 4-line progressive dialing with AI based routing. Dun dun dun.
Oh, that's interesting.
Greg just learned about a new one.
I did.
Vulcan 7 and Red X, I know you've used. Okay, now I think the important part here, Greg, and I want to talk about, for those people that are thinking about cold calling, let's talk about the difference between 400 calls and 400 connections. Can you explain the difference with multi-line dialing for those people in a 30-second?
Yeah, so multi-line dialing. So what basically happens is that you're going to be running with like Mojo, Red X, Vulcan's a single line dialer, but with the triple line dialers, is you're gonna be calling through 3 different lines at the same time. The system will immediately remember. So like, let's say 3 lines going, first line picks up, the other 2 are still ringing. You record a backup message. So mine is like, hello, 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 I can't hear you, hello, I'll call you back. That's a rendition. But the first one, then you get to call and have a conversation. You either put them into a different category, and then the system will remember. So line 1 picked up, I talked to that person. Line 2, someone picked up, but they got my message. Line 3 went to voicemail, so they got a voicemail that I sent to them. Now line 2, I hit redial or restart, whatever the verbiage is, and you're going to be able to have immediately a call back to that person. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I didn't get to hear you, I blah blah blah, I want to talk with you, yakety schmack.
Does it tell you that it did that?
No, the system automatically does it. So
right.
You
go look. Do you know that you've already called them and left them a?
Yes,
I can't hear you. Okay,
it's called a recall or recall, and so you get back in there and you have a conversation or leave a message or whatever. But it is very, very simple to use, and everybody gets so excited about the fact, like, oh my god, well, not excited. They get kind of frightened about the fact of like, oh my gosh, should I do cold calls? This is so frightening. It's like, no, it's not frightening at all. It's like scary. Literally the simplest thing on earth to do.
It's scary as hell.
No, it's not.
So moving on. Only if you do this multi-line dialer, you can do 300 to 500 calls in just 2 to 3 hours. Does that seem?
Do you want me to tell you a secret?
What's the secret?
I have a 12-line dialer.
Yeah,
I can make about 3,000 to 5,000 calls a day. Yeah, because it just grips and rips, and that's not all day long. It's like within like 2 to 3 hour time frame.
I'll just be sleeping in the corner. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Now these callers are dialers are internet based, so make sure you have a good internet connection. Mm-hmm. And some of them have free trials. Give it a try. Maybe it works for you. Maybe it doesn't. If you are new to the business, I am going to tell you a secret. Start doing this now.
Yeah, do it
Okay.
immediately.
Because agents that cold call and try to form these connections do better in this business.
Yeah, but Michael, isn't it scary to do cold calls?
I don't like it.
What about door knocking?
I definitely don't like that.
And
It's always best to do your door knocking on trash days so you have a place to throw your stuff.
that's an inside joke, by the way, guys.
Yeah. Chapter 2, the mindset from robot to relationship builder. Okay. Multi-line dialogues are powerful.
Just off this prompt, like all of this stuff was just immediately built and bullet pointed.
Yeah. Here's your education, guys. You want to do something, go to chat, figure out how to do it. Okay. Smile while you dial. This is important. Stand up and have a pre-call mantra. Every dial brings me closer to a yes. Okay. That's important. Gives you some scripts. Scripts are great.
No, it does not.
Conversational frameworks are better. Hey, Greg, can I steal 20 seconds? I promise. This isn't a sales call yet. Okay. You showed up in my system as a homeowner in Danville. Are you still at 123 Happy Lane?
Okay. Yes.
I work with a handful of buyers looking in your area, and I wanted to see if you'd ever consider selling now or in the next 12 months.
Get out of here.
Cool. What would you consider? When would you consider a move? Bigger place, downsize, escape taxes? I'll tell you what. I'll send you a quick market snapshot of your area. What's the best email?
Okay. This literally takes all the thought out of having to do calls. I mean, that's in all honesty, after making over 1 million phone calls myself, that's a very fundamentally easy script to use.
Yeah.
That gets results.
Okay. So how do you make the connections? You only need 0.2% conversion to get 200 solid leads. Okay.
That makes sense.
Segment your data, expired listings, FSBOs, okay, for sale by owners, geographic farms, probate leads, circle dialing around recent sales. Okay. It even tells you what these are for. Great for high motivation, already selling, consistent and scalable. Okay. Tag and track, have a CRM. Okay. We're going to talk more about that in other shows, but have a CRM. Are these people hot? Are they warm? Are they cold? Are they dead? Okay. And it's interesting. You know, we laugh about dead. I got to find it. Greg, I got a death certificate from my neighbor's property so that I could track his family. And the guy was one of the best people in the neighborhood, Leo. And I'm fascinated what you can get through public records. So if you want to know family, you can see who signed it, you know, who was there, who was involved. It's a little dark, but
it's valuable information in regards to the fact of like helping a family member or a family in regards to like, hey, look, when my grandparents passed, there's a lot of rigmarole, but the thing is the fact that like we got somebody who was local in Salinas to help facilitate the sale of their property. I think it's very powerful, and I think that people should look into this because, I mean, if Bob and Sue, who live in Minneapolis, are selling a property here in San Francisco based upon Bob's family where he grew up, what's the issue with understanding what's going on around you or who the best people are to have a conversation with? I would much rather take that in a heartbeat.
Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to talk a little bit here. You've got these handwritten cards and video messages are better. If you don't like doing video, get over it. I don't like doing video. I changed my cap 3 times before we started, and I reverted. For those of you that don't know, we have Taylor's Hot Dogs in Watsonville, California. Not great hot dogs, but they've been around for 80 years. And it's just one of those things that you gravitate towards. But I think handwritten cards are great. And if you're like me and you don't like your handwriting or English isn't your first language, so it's a struggle, I'm going to tell you another secret. A few years ago, when it was owned by a company called Evil Mad Scientists, I bought what's called a neck straw. And the neck straw will allow you to handwrite cards with a regular pen. Okay, and they don't have, I was looking for some sort of video.
So it's basically it's like an auto pen that like
it's an auto pen.
If you've been watching the news with the whole controversy with Biden about the auto pen,
Those are
basically that, right?
Yeah, but it will do shapes, it will do anything, but it uses a real pen. I use a fountain pen, and you notice the difference. It's amazing. There you go. So you can see stuff like that where it's actually writing this out.
No, okay. So can you like put verbiage into the system, and then the system will just pump it out?
I type my letter, and then it just prints.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually really cool.
It's really cool because you can't read my writing. I'm worse than a doctor.
Oh, dude, I'm like a drunk teenager, you know, at 3 a.m. when I try to write something. So this would be amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So human touch follow-ups, video CMA, sold update in the neighborhood, all of these. Okay. Keep track of these people. Your database is your lifeline. Okay. Conversation techniques from top cold callers. Greg, we got to change the title. This isn't what we had planned on today, but I wanted you guys to be aware that cold calling is important, and this is what's there.
Oh, I disagree with you on this. Here's the reason why I disagree with you, and you can argue back with me if you would like to. So this is AI, right?
Yes.
And
this is AI at its best.
100% taking over, you know, pretty much everything, and especially real estate. But the tools that you're talking about right now is going to be hugely beneficial to the folks that actually listen to this and then put it into action. The action part is where you make a net win for yourself and your family. Because guys, right now, I am sitting here going like, what in the heck is Michael talking about? And I'm stunned by what his master prompt created. It is incredible.
And you guys can do this too. And I'm going to paste this prompt into the regeeks.com website so that you have access to it. It's not complex. There's nothing special. No magic. I've got pieces about me and stuff that you can take and use. This is about empowerment. Okay. AI is going to change the way our industry works, and we are here to empower you to do better. Okay. Yep. So conversation techniques, double confirm, ask a question. Does that sound fair? Okay. This is after you ask a question. Okay. The silent 3, mirror and label. For those of you that have not read Chris Voss's book, Never Split the Difference, stop watching the show right now. Pause the show, go to Amazon, go to Audible, go to wherever you go, and look up Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference. It will change how you think about negotiation.
So I've actually interviewed him a couple of times on my previous podcast. Chris is a very, very nice guy. And his information, one of the things that I took away from my interviews with him is that you take the last 3 to 5 words that is in a conversation and you repeat it back to the individual. So it's like, oh, I really want to get Taco Bell. Oh, okay. So you want to get Taco Bell? Yes. Perfect. Now that makes them feel heard and appreciated. And I use this all the stinking time. And I'll tell you, it works like magic. And that's only one tool that Chris will be able to teach you. He has just Google him and he'll be, like Michael said, he has a website that you can go in there and you can subscribe to his newsletter and get all kinds of negotiating tips. So let's get back to chapter 5.
Okay. Cold calling in society. Are we the villains or the unsung heroes?
Unsung heroes.
Villains. No. Should you call during dinner? No. Should you respect DNC lists? Yes, always. Okay. Should you push when someone says no? Never.
No.
Be patient. Okay. This is about forming relationships. If you want to form a relationship, you want to get a date, you're not going to be pushy when she says no. He
No.
says yes.
You're going to get arrested if you do that.
Yep. Okay. This is how Greg thinks about it. This is exactly it. It's a public service. He's like the garbage man. He's always there when you need him.
Exactly.
Okay. Cold calling tech stack. Ooh, here we go. You need a multi-line dialer. Okay. If you're doing it one at a time, you're going to have a hard time hitting 400. CRM integration. I recommend Follow Up Boss, KV Core, Chime. All of those are good. If your broker has something, use what your broker has. Okay. Lead sources. We'll talk more about that in our CM call. Okay. Some brokers, some, yes. Okay. Lead sources, RedX, Espresso Agent, PropStream, Power Headset. What do you use for a headset, Greg?
I use a Sheer MV7 microphone, and I plug in.
That's the one that goes on your head.
Just plug my.
So you use very basic. I use Jabra. Been very, very happy with it. It's got the little fold down thing, so you can.
Is it Jabra or Jabra?
Well, I figure I'm jabbing, but I could be using my jaw.
But those are phenomenal headsets.
Yep. Okay. Greg, did you know there are scripting tools?
I'm going to learn about that right now.
Aircall and Notion. Quick prompts. You can build out some scripts, automation, Zapier, email, SMS for follow-ups. All of these are important. Okay. You can also check out for CRM integration. Check out salesandmarketing.ai, one of my companies, and we will help get you set up in that. Okay. And this is huge, Greg. I did one prompt. I wrote one paragraph, and I've gotten all this information. Okay. We've been 37 minutes. True goal isn't just contact, it's connection. You want an appointment. You want a follow-up. You want a referral. You want a relationship. Those things are super important. But be okay with no. Okay. If you're calling somebody and they're like, no, I'm not interested, that doesn't mean you're bad. That means now is not the right time.
It's not now. It's not ever. It's exactly right. And sometimes when you call somebody on a cold call, which I've done millions of times, is that, you know what? You're not the bad person. They're just having a rough day. And you give them grace, and you say, "Okay, not a problem. Would it offend you if I followed up with you in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever it's going to be, right?"
Yeah.
But be okay with the no. The no, what Michael said, is very, very important.
The no.
It's not a big deal. It's not you. It's just the timing.
It could be me.
It could be you, essentially.
It could be
yes.
me. Okay.
When it comes to you, yes.
I do believe that goals are important. Set 2 listing appointments, 3 follow-ups, and 5 contacts every single week.
That's low.
That is low. But we had set a goal, 100,000 calls, and this is going to get you there. Now, here's what's important to remember.
Hold on. I want to back you up for half a second.
Yep.
So set a weekly goal of 2 listing appointments, 3 follow-up, that are booked. That's very easy to do. The 2 listing appointments, that might be a different, conversation in regards to the market and the time of year and, the economy, so on and so forth. And 5 contacts added to your nurture follow-up. That would go into the follow-up side. But if you can do that, holy mackerel socks.
Yeah.
You will make I can't curse.
You'll make a lot.
You'll make a lot of money.
Okay, but here's the important part. Let's say that you have a kick-ass Monday. Sure. And you get 2 listing appointments, 3 follow-ups, and 5 contacts. That doesn't mean stop.
No, you keep going. You keep pushing.
Real estate is a job. Keep at it. Okay. Cold calling isn't dead. It's evolving. Okay. What's next? Challenge yourself, reflect, share your stack. Okay.
Share your stack. You explain that.
Your technology, share, tell people what you're using, tell your other agents, don't hide it, don't be a secret, keeper. Tell people what you're doing and share that so that other people know how to do this.
Well, Michael, you know that I was the head trainer at our old brokerage.
Yep.
And you were very instrumental in that. But I told everybody what I did.
Yeah.
I mean, down to scripts, techniques, styles, everything.
Yep.
Nobody used it. Maybe 1% of the people used it. So don't be afraid of that. Absolutely share.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I do want you to notice at the bottom here, let me know if you'd like this formatted for WordPress, because I said it was a blog article, or published as a downloadable PDF, or split in a multi-part email sequence. It can do all of that for you. So you do have to ask for it the way you want it.
Okay, so let's ask for something. Let's see. Okay, let's do this.
So
Let's go for a multiple email sequence.
Let's do the one that I need.
Okay, what do you need?
As a downloadable PDF.
Oh yeah, that'd be fair.
So I'm going to add this to the RE Geeks page when I post this video later on.
And by the way, guys, go to regeeks.com. You're going to see all of our videos and the content that we're talking about here on the show. We're not doing this for profit. We're doing it to assist all of our incredible real estate agent professionals around the world. But you guys can take this. You're going to take this PDF and you're going to use this in your business and watch what happens. And you could go to a conference and pay $600-700 to go to a conference, but you can go to regeeks.com and get it for free. Yep. It's really up to you on that one.
So
and
there it is
with your business.
Click here to download.
So there's your link, right?
Yep.
Okay, so click on the link. Let's see what we'll see.
It's just going to download. Let me open up. Where is? Oops. I got to try to open this in 1 second. The shareable format.
I honestly hope you guys understand how powerful this is, because your competitors in your marketplaces, they're not gonna track this at all. Shit, I'm not even tracking this. I'm gonna go back and watch my own video and kind of see what's going on. But think about it. Once you wrap your brain around how to write a proper prompt or a main prompt, and then you get this type of response, look at what's right in front of you.
Okay, so this gives you a nice little input. Again, we created this as a blog post, so it's adding a little more. We're welcome to the front lines, but then dun. I don't know why. I apologize. It did not give me the whole thing. Well, we will. I will get the whole thing done, and we will put that up. That's the problem with doing anything live, Greg.
It always
doesn't always work. Hey, before we go on, I did want to point out something that I found the other day, and it isn't. I don't think this is public knowledge yet. However,
do tell me more.
I think it is freaking an awesome example of what people are doing. Okay, this is epic.ai. And Greg,
what is Epic AI?
What they have done is,
I got to write this down.
I don't think you can get to this, Greg.
Why not?
I think it was an open beta. You can try.
Well, if you scroll down a little bit or up a little bit so I can write this thing down. EP.
Oh, it is still working. So yes, you can go on there now, epic.ai. And
Well,
I know it's
can you
a
scroll
little.
up a little bit so I can see the
Oh,
damn logo?
well, I'm trying to hide it from you.
I know you are. UE.ai. Okay, talk to me more, Goose.
So check this out. Realtor.biography. Okay. A
What?
year's worth of emails. So you hit here. Who is getting these messages? Buyers. So it's going to ask you some questions. Sellers. We'll put that in there.
We have to do a full show about this, by the way.
This is pretty cool.
What's
This is
legal
one of those
AI?
tools. I'm sorry.
Legal AI. I'm just reading what's on the screen.
Yeah. State laws and regulations. That's
Oh.
for Epic real estate agents. Now, Epic is a real estate company. So I think this is part of what they're doing. But here are the topics for your 12, your subjects, and email. You know, navigating the best time to sell your home. Hi, training is everything in real estate. Knowing when to list your home. I mean, pretty cool concept, right? So
it's not pretty cool. This is freaking fascinating. What's sound smarter?
copy and paste your information to improve the content. So if you have something, it's going to make it better.
What?
Newsletter campaign. So
Can we
check
try
this one out. Greg, we'll touch on this next time, but I thought this was too cool to not pass on.
We have to touch on ways to generate leads. Can we just click on that one?
Where is ways?
Right to the right hand side.
Okay. And then
up.
I saw it. Hang on.
That is so fucking so stinking interesting.
Generate leads. Okay, seller leads, homeowner workshops and seminars, predictive analytics technology.
Got that one covered.
Neighborhood sponsorships, community involvement, expired listings, FISBO, virtual reality home showcases, local business partnerships, social media targeted ads, home audit campaign. I mean, all the stuff that many of us are already doing, but they're going to put it into an easy way for you to find it.
That is banana cakes.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's do something. Let's do an image generator. Can we do that?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to just copy theirs, a realistic photo of a high-end bathroom. Now, this might take a few seconds, so let's start the process of saying thank you. And we are going to try to be under 50 minutes.
We're going to try to, but this is just like, this is the one-stop shop. And the cool thing is that you don't have to be a master prompt maker for this stuff.
No,
you just put in a request. Am I understanding that accurately?
It's giving you the foundation, and there you go. There's a photorealistic image of a high-end bathroom.
Huh.
I don't want people sitting in my bathroom.
No, that's my space. Thank you very much.
And their cloth in the shower. All right, Greg, this has been a great show. I'm super excited about what comes next. Next week, we are actually going to do a continuation of this, and we are going to talk about Right.Homes, HomeDesigns.ai, and a few other tools that I have found recently that I think every real estate agent needs to know about. Greg,
all right, guys,
take it away.
There you go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't learned something today, then we need to get you on new medication, because dang, that was a masterclass right there. So, and Michael has his medication for you.
Soundboard.
He can send it to you via FedEx.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, thank you for watching, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, have a beautiful, blessed, and powerful day. Boom. Love you.